FABIEN was actually the brainchild of Elle Nicolaï. She found this gallery and the French owners and saw the potential in the possibility of bringing some of our creative arts programs into the community directly to people. One of the things that, one of the the ties that binds us together is the belief that the creative arts are a very powerful tool for healing, and that they are a universal, nonverbal, and very accessible tool for healing. And we know from science that the mind can help the body with healing and resistance to disease. So we're very excited about bringing these tools to the community, to educational places, to arts places, to health centers, to use these tools for the benefit of the public.
How different is this type of event from the traditional gallery exhibit we see in Los Angeles?
It's definitely different because first, you know, it's art and healing, you know, and so we try to find the right artist for the show, you know. You will see after they wrote incredibly statement about their life and or they became real painter, or they became painter, or they working these last few years on their idea of everything is connected. The art, the healing, you know, the process of healing, you know, the spirituality, of course, when they are faced to their canvas, you know, and of course connected to their own life and their own past. So that was really interesting to went through all these last 3 months to creating this show.
How did you become involved in this project with the Salamander Fund?
Well, a friend of mine, Elle Nicolaï, had asked me to originally sequence some music together that would be playing during the course of the evening, maybe 3-4 hours worth of music that is healing in nature. And I'm very much into that. I've been into it for many, many years. I've been a musician for a long, long time. And I happened to have on my computer a piece that I had performed on piano. And I thought, you know, that might actually work. Let's just see. So I played it, and everybody in the gallery just stopped and said, "Whoa, what is that? That's really right. That's perfect. That is so nice." Anyway, I talked a little more with Elle about it, and we decided that I would go back to the studio and actually create 2 to 3 hours worth of music just specifically for this gallery. And it was a great opportunity, something I've always wanted to do, and it worked out perfectly. It was great.
The purpose of this program is actually to allow people to have a personal experience with the arts, as we believe that that is the best way to show people about the power of the arts in healing. We are showing it on several levels. There's literally visual art to look at. There is sound that has been curated with the art. We also have experiential workshops that we're offering that are going to be held by first-class art therapists and other therapists as well. We have drumming, meditation, and writing, because we believe that if people have an experience that elicits an emotion in them, that their experience will be more profound, and they'll be more likely to remember it and grow from it.
We become involved, my associate Stéphane Ambrogi and me, so FABIEN Castanier, and of course we are the Galerie Saint-Germain, so the Galerie Saint-Germain, because Elle Nicolaï came here at the gallery, and she's French also, and she's a painter, so we start to discuss with her about an eventual project, and to do a show around art and healing, and of course she's very involved on all this aspect of her art and what she's doing with her foundation, the Salamander Fund, and so she introduced us after with to Ping O, you know, she's involved also in the art as healing at the UCLA University, and so we met all of them many times to have this project and to make it. And so tonight it's the opening. We have a selection of 6 painters, one musician, and one installation artist called Alex Gray.
I think sometimes the true mission of a composer or anyone who is of the creative force is to give his or her gift to the perfectly suited application. And this is a labor of love. This is something I love art. I love music. I love the healing properties of both of them and what they can do to people. I think is profound. I actually think that the reason music exists on this planet, not to be too deep, but I think the reason music exists in many ways is to heal, is to touch people, is to open their hearts, inspire, and enlighten people. And it really does. Good music and in the right environment and setting, it's profound what it can do. It's like going to see a movie with a perfectly suited movie score behind it, and you know, it was the right composer, it was the right score, and it so matches perfectly the visual and the feel of the film that that they too harmonize and synergize, and the emotional impact of that the audience feels is twice or three times as good as just one of them alone. And so this is one of those events where I could foresee music perfectly suited for the right kind of art, get the right people in here, the right energy and the right vibration going on within the room. It's a beautiful thing. It just is great, and I'm actually proud to be a part of it.
What are your thoughts on healing and transformation through art?
Well, for me, everything in life is about art. And so everything in life for me is about transformation. And healing is a very loaded word for me. Transformation is more important to me to healing, because healing is the natural product, the natural result, if you put enough energy into transformation. So I don't want to think too much about healing, I want to think about transformation.
Of having the same material presented in a gallery rather than a academic setting.
It's very exciting, and I think it's very novel, and I understand that the Salamander Fund likes to get different people from different disciplines. There may be people here tonight who have never been to an art gallery, and just think what that could do.
How did you hear about the event tonight?
I went to the series of programs that this organization put on in the fall, and maybe over the summer. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I was a little leery. I thought healing and transformation through art, it might be a little, but it was terrific. They had healing through poetry, healing through art and writing, and through dance, and healing and drama, and they had wonderful, enthusiastic instructors that were so passionate that I wanted to sign up and do I wanted to be what they were, and it was wonderful. I'm a nurse by profession and a consultant, and I work with elderly and children now in a volunteer capacity, and I just would take whatever I learned and go back and put it to use right away. And I think Ping Ho is the most amazing woman I've ever met in my whole life. She made it happen. She would just very calmly and modestly and softly present this amazing thing. And it was free, and she would talk about the Salamander Fund, and I thought, salamander, those aren't chameleons. That's not the one where it turns you into something else, but that's how it felt. It's been transformative for me to come to these programs, and I will come to anything they do. And what's really wonderful for me is that I can pass it along.
I'd now like to introduce Dr. Deborah Linish, who will give a brief keynote address on art therapy, origins, practices, and new applications. Dr. Linish is professor and chair of the Graduate Department of Marital and Family Therapy at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. They offer specialty training in clinical art therapy. She has been instrumental in the training of hundreds of art therapists who have taken the visual arts into mental health settings all over Southern California. Dr. Linish has authored numerous articles and 3 books about the clinical applications of the art therapy process, and she has presented extensively throughout the United States, as well as in Mexico, Canada, and South Korea. Over the years, Dr. Linish has pursued her interests in the role of visual imagery in research, religious practices, and, in particular, community activism. She has worked diligently in recent years to bring her program and the field of art therapy to our neighboring country, Mexico. So please join me in welcoming one of the linchpins in the field of art therapy, Dr. Deborah Linish.
We are an art-based program, and there's a picture here of our dean, Barbara Bussey, the founder of our program, Helen Langarten, who I'll talk about in a minute, and myself. What is art therapy? This is the definition we use at Loyola Marymount University. Art therapy utilizes art processes to provide psychotherapeutic services to clients, children, adolescents, adults, and families. The visual arts are a psychotherapeutic modality within a systems orientation informed by the psychodynamic roots of the field, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and cognizant of contemporary theories of human development. But a better definition of art therapy is a time to draw what's on my mind. And thank you very much for your attention to this important work.